Hello and welcome. In this video, I'm going to show you how to find the percentage of a number. So what you want to do is you want to take your number, so in this case 16, and you want to multiply it by either the fraction or decimal form of your percentage. So our percentage is 50. It doesn't matter which of these you will do. Some will find fraction easier, others might find decimal easier. In this video, I'll briefly show you how to do each so you can decide which you want to do. So let's start with fraction. So we have our 16 and we're going to multiply it by our fraction of our percentage. So 50% as a fraction is the same as 50 over 100. This is the same as 16 over 1, because 16 over 1 is just 16 as a fraction, times 1/2, because 50 over 100 can be simplified to a half. That gives us 16 over 2 when we multiply across, which ends up giving us 8. And we can see that's the right answer just by looking at this problem. But that won't always be the case. If you have a harder problem, you won't just be able to look at it and say, oh, that's 8. Now let's quickly look at how we would do this if we want to do it with the decimal instead of the fraction. So in that case, we would take our 16 and multiply it by our decimal, which is 0.50, as that's the decimal version of 50%. If you're doing this method, it will require some multiplication. So if we multiply this out, and we have to carry the decimal 2 places in, so our answer is 8, and we have just confirmed the other way is correct. So if you prefer one way to the other, go with that way, or at the very least, the other method can be used as a checking mechanism. Now before you go, I'll show you one more quick example, but this one will do a bit harder because your problems, if you're in a test or just wanting to work it out, will likely not be this easy. Now this time, let's say we want to work out 15% of 200. So if we're using the fraction method, that's 200 times 15 over 100. Which is the same as 200 over 1 times 15 over 100. 200 times 15 is 3,000, so that gives us 3,000 over 100. And 3,000 over 100 is the same as 30. So 15% of 200 is 30. Now let's say this time we wanted to use the decimal method. So we'd have 200 times 0.15. If we multiply this across, we'll get 3,000. And then once we move that decimal 2 places in, we will get 30. Which is the same as when we did it with the fraction method, so we know we're correct. Anyway, that is how you find the percentage of a number. If you found this video helpful, it would be incredible if you could give it a like and or subscribe. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.